How dare!
But also it means you have to put up with worse microphone quality from me until I'm back.
All right. So, and then on
Double
that note, we are
damage.
live.
And
Welcome,
we're level 7.
welcome everyone to Champions of the Colossus. This is episode 19B with the Chaos Goblins here. It is the 5th of Heat's Wrath, 450 AD, and it's about 12:30, 12:45-ish p.m. The weather is overcast with some light drizzles here and there, but it's not really affecting anything. Our Chaos Goblins start their adventure towards Orinnshire, taking the long road to avoid danger. Riding in a wagon provided by Athil, the party noticed nothing amiss until reaching Duncaster. A stowaway, noticed almost immediately as Athil. Sky, please mute when.
Oh shit, you're right.
The
Sorry.
loudest water
Yeah,
I've
that was
ever
the
heard.
loudest water ever.
Oh, some water.
Moving on. A stowaway, noticed almost immediately as Athil, was found. She was fed, scolded, and the Duke was contacted. Apparently, Athil was permitted to travel with them in the team's care to give her respects to the Hammerhand family. As the party leaves Duncaster, they are all of a sudden ambushed with strange-looking men running towards them. And I will open us up at our battle page. Let that load.
When you said that, I just imagined a bunch of dudes Naruto running at us.
I'm actually going
That's
to...
exactly what's happening.
I'm actually going to describe it to you, actually.
Oh no, the assault from the Leaf Village.
So, these men running towards you are all but naked. They, have basically just, like, cloth covering their, private regions, but otherwise are fully, fully bare. Oh my god, I hate you guys so much. As they run closer, those of you who can see them that are outside of the cart, and those of you who will see them as you step out, they have black markings on their extremities, such as their fingertips, their nose, their ears, and their toes. Toes are probably harder to see since they're running. And they wield with them some giant flails. Not giant. I don't know why I said giant, but flails. So we will begin with initiative. Play some music.
This seems like a bad thing for me to say out loud, but I can't see them.
Oh,
it's because you're inside the cart.
Okay.
I can see them.
But we have an alert thing, right? Like we know.
Yeah, so you guys know that you are, like you guys were warned by Athil, basically saying like, hey, there's guys. I'll give you guys, 10 feet of movement to prepare yourselves.
Is the cart moving?
Ulfryk, is the cart moving?
I was not driving, and Tynyl was.
Yeah, but you control Tynyl, so...
The cart, is stopping.
Alright, it's in the process of stopping. I would say it's stopped for your movement. Like, don't worry too much about the cart thing.
With my 10 feet of movement, can I be on top of the cart?
You'd have to roll me an athletics check.
Ooh, wait, the screen looks different. Okay, well, when I click the button, the thing comes up.
Athletics check.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine.
They're A's.
Oh, damn.
You know, when you really think about it, though, I do think acrobatics has to do with climbing up.
Alright. You don't fall prone, but you land on your ass, like, right here.
Alright, well, I can cast spells from my ass. Wait.
What?
Sorry, phrasing.
Wait.
Oh, shit.
Was
Sorry,
that
Lorelei.
phrasing?
There we go. Lorelei's back in there. I don't know if I can. Yeah, Sky, go move Lorelei 10 feet wherever you want to position her.
I'm rolling initiative just because I'm excited.
Same goes for all of you guys. Like, all of you can move. And Nick, you should have control of Tynyl.
Okay.
That's my movement.
Probably just move Tynyl to the other side of Athil.
And for the basis of, like, fucking squares, I'm moving Athil right there.
Okay.
She's not on top of a horse, she's, like, behind the horse. You guys may roll your initiatives. As needed.
Can I reroll?
No, what?
Well, man, I rolled really bad the first time.
We are not doing great.
Wow, we
here on Island Everett.
2 nat 1s so far from Everett.
Eric.
Alright. Help, I can't roll. Here, I'll roll for you, Sky. And it is Sky up first with 24 on the initiative roll. Oh, +3. 24 plus 3 to the initiative roll. My god.
Oh, it's a 21.
Sorry. No, it's...
It's 24. Don't worry.
What?
Oh. I'm going to continue walking up to Ulfryk to make sure that everyone else is good. And I'm gonna say to Ulfryk, what do you think we should do here? I'll wait for your word to strike if we take that action, and I'll hold my action to throw a knife
Into Ulfryk.
And that action will be held for either Ulfryk taking an aggressive action or telling me that we're attacking.
Alright.
And pass turn. Oh, well. Wait. Cutting action. Oh, I don't have anything good for cutting action. Alright, pass turn. Yeah.
Alright. Next up is the compulsive berserker. He is going to... Let's see, who does he want to run up to? One is Everett, 2 is no. Alright. He's gonna move his full 5. Oh wait, whoops, sorry, hold on, I need to roll a thing before I can have him do something. Alright, gonna move. 1, 5, 10, 15.
Please, no.
And he is going to, recklessly attack you.
Baby gotta go. You gotta go, little girl.
Reckless.
What you call?
Does 19 hit you?
Yep.
That means the other 2 do as well. That's great.
Oh, well. We have a full rest, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You guys should be full up.
Double check on that.
Power nap in the middle of the 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Take 20 bludgeoning damage. This is
A lot of bludgeoning damage.
fucking wails on you.
I cannot let that happen again.
He is screaming while he is trying to hit you, and it's common language, but like in all honesty, it sounds like gibberish. None of the words he says make sense.
Oh no, they're Scottish.
Tynyl, what do you, or Ulfryk, what do you want Tynyl to do?
Alright, Tynyl's gonna look around, and she can't see anyone coming out of the backside. So she's going to tell Athil to hop in the wagon. And trying to decide how I want Tynyl to move. Actually, Tynyl is she's going to use her bonus action to cast Sanctuary on Athil.
Okay. So she is sanctuarized.
Sanctuarized. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Just double checking I know what Tynyl spells are. And then Tynyl's going to move 5, 10, 15... 25, 30. I can't quite make it to that guy, but I'm close.
Okay.
And Tynyl will use... nope. Use her action to cast Frostbite.
On the
one attacking 10 feet in front of her.
Alright. Is that a save?
It is a con save. DC 15.
It rolled an 8.
There we go. Damage roll. Alright. 2d6 damage.
It does not do as much damage as you hoped it would do.
Alright. And it has disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Aw, shit.
And that's it for Tynyl's turn.
I'm just gonna put a little thing here just to show that disadvantage on next attack roll. Also, he reckless attacked, so we'll do that little thing.
What's that little thing mean?
So because he reckless attacked and attacked at advantage, all attacks against him until his next turn are at advantage.
I see.
He basically swung so wildly that he's letting his guard down.
Yeah, I remember Zach's Berserker character did that a lot.
Yeah. Alright. And it's the end of Tynyl's turn. Now it is Gwenwynwyn.
Right. We'll step 5, 10. Take out the track. 10 feet. And then, is this guy prone? Is that what that symbol is?
No, he's not prone. So basically what's happening right now is he got frostbit, so he has disadvantage on his next attack. That's the little prone button, because I don't have something for frostbite. And then
Gotcha.
The frightened thing isn't he's frightened, it's that he reckless attacked, so that means all attacks against him are at advantage currently.
I see. Well... Let's go... Oh, sure. 15, 20. Oh. Now I'm in range of him. Whatever. Shocking Grasp.
Alright. That's just an attack, correct?
Yep.
That definitely hits. Give me that
Yeah.
damage.
Oh, actually, it should have been an advantage because of...
roll to see
reckless.
if it's a crit.
I love when that works out.
Alright, give me that damage.
I don't think I've ever seen that work before. That's fantastic.
I know, right? Usually it just doesn't work.
Yeah, no,
You
it's
roll with
nothing.
all the hope in the world and it just never happens.
24 lightning damage.
Yeah, that
And
that hurts him a lot.
he can't take reactions until my next turn. So 15, 20, 25, 30. Move
Nice.
over towards Lorelei and Ulfryk. Alright. Eric's going to go take out the trash now. Bye.
Alright, bye Eric. And now it's time for the cheerful berserker, who's gonna move up 5, 10, roll a d3. Boom. And it's going to swing recklessly at... Oh wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3. I need to roll a different dice. I keep forgetting with these guys. Never mind! Boom! Gonna attack recklessly. 2, 3. I really just want to TPK you guys. This is why I'm doing this.
I'm excited.
Does a 20 hit you, Lorelei? Just realized Lorelei...
It does.
Oh, okay. Nice. Nice.
My calzone's in the oven, so I'm back for ever. Kind of.
Take 27 bludgeoning damage.
Ow. Okay. Good to know.
Alright. And that's the end of its turn. Athil is going to climb up on top of the cart again. She's going to move right here. And she's going to look down at Ulfryk and she's going to say, I think you're doing a great job. And then she gives you inspiration. And with her little princess ability, your inspiration die is a d12.
For shit.
She can only do that once for a long rest. And then she leans over, steps here, and taps Lorelei, and heals her for 25 hit points.
Holy shit.
Dang. Thanks there, Athil. That shot hurt.
She just beams at you, like, oh my god, I did something correct. And Ulfryk, it is your turn. You are inspired.
I
Also,
do see...
He recklessly attacked.
this one right in front of us? Okay,
Yep.
good to know.
They both recklessly attacked.
I do see Everett looking a bit rough, so I'm gonna hit him with a level 2 Cure Wounds.
Alright.
Sorry. Healing Word. Excuse me.
Uh-oh.
Oh, here we go. Cast. Healing. Roll. And that is plus 2 plus level, so plus 4. So 13 HP. Back to you.
Thank you.
And I will Sacred Flame badly injured man.
Alright.
And that triggers my trap card.
Yes, and all the while I should probably talk to Lorelei. We'll say, they don't seem friendly. Just go ahead and kill them.
Yeah, I noticed that. Wait, do you Sacred Flame first, or do I knife first?
You knife.
Okay.
Pretty much, kind of same time, but doesn't really matter.
You said you were going to throw a knife, right?
Yes.
Did you have a target in mind?
I did not have a specified target, although this one is right in front of me and just hit me really hard.
Alright, I'll let you knife them.
If you're throwing...
I get disadvantage, but they attack directly, so I get advantage, so it's even, right?
Yep, it's just even.
Alright.
And a physical stabby. Oh.
But
Roll
I
to
get
see
to
if your
throw
knife
your knife
breaks.
in
No, I'm
anyway.
kidding.
Okay.
Useless.
Was that a roll to see if your knife broke?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Your knife breaks in 14 places.
Alright, Ulfryk, your sacred flame goes off. Where's it going? What do I need to do?
Going to badly injured man, you need to make me a... Okay, that was healing word that I cast. Boop.
Dexterity. They're okay at this. They rolled a 7.
Yeah, that's 7 radiant.
Alright. Anything else, Ulfryk?
Oh, no. That was it.
Alright.
Thank you.
The Lax Berserker.
It's very regular.
Looks up and starts speaking nonsense. Everett, it's your turn.
I would like to cast. Well, y'all can call me a tree because I'm going to cast a leaf. I'm going to Misty Step up to the top of the cart.
Alright. I don't have a top of the cart, so we're just going to put you here, and we're going to say you're on the top of the cart, okay?
Sure. And then what's the rule? I can't cast 2 spells in a turn?
You can only cast a cantrip and a spell.
Oh, well that's cool. So I'll do this. On the one that's down?
He's not down, but I get what you mean. You have advantage.
Alright, cool. Moving my pop out, attack, advantage.
That hits. Give me that damage. Alright. Yeah, he's looking really bad.
Alright, that's it for me.
Lorelei, we're back up to you.
Alright. I'm still not happy about this one dude, so I'm gonna take a step over here and attack twice with my stabby knives.
Alright, and you have advantage.
Woo! 27.
Yeah.
For 6 psychic, and I'll sneak attack to that for another 6.
Alright.
And then I'll attack again. 27 to hit.
Yep.
For another 7 psychic damage.
Alright. It's looking a little injured at that point.
And pass turn.
Alright. Is this guy's turn again? Oh. And I just got rid of his initiative. Uh-oh. Give me 1 second. Update. We'll give him 15 or something. I don't know. Update. There we go. Which means boom and boom. And he's going to look around weirdly because, like, where the fuck did his target go? And then he's going to turn towards Tynyl. And we'll attack recklessly once more. Because they're crazy. Wow, this is a big range of different things that he just did. So let me open up Tynyl's sheet. 16. He only hits with 1.
Hits. I have Tynyl's sheet open. You can just ask me.
Okay. And Tynyl takes 4 bludgeoning damage.
Alright, I got it.
Alright. Next up is Tynyl herself.
Alright. Well, Tynyl didn't like that, so she's gonna swing back. Do I get extra attack, or is it just 1 attack?
She gets 2 attacks.
Oh, because back to the blade. Alright. So I'm gonna make 2 glaive attacks against the dude in front of me. He attacked recklessly, right?
Yes.
Alright, 1 attack.
That hits. Holy fucking shit.
It's a pretty good roll.
He's still alive.
Alright, 2nd attack.
And I took that personally.
Oh, hold on.
That does hit.
Okay. That's 11 slashing damage.
The compulsive berserker dies.
Alright, Tynyl will just slash him horizontally and open up his front.
Oh my god.
What? That's not that bad.
I guess.
And that'll be it for Tynyl. Or yeah, that's good enough. E.
Alright. Gwenwynwyn!
Yes,
There's a guy right in front of you.
there sure is. All right. I guess I will just reach out and do the old shocking grasp. Has he attacked recklessly?
Yes.
All right. 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And I will roll damage. Not too bad. And move away.
Alright. He's looking more damaged now.
All right, and that's my turn.
Alright.
Who are these people?
On to the cheerful guy. Roll that d6. And he looks up at the sky and starts talking nonsense.
We're going to get killed by a god.
Interesting.
Athil's turn. And she is going to take out her little rapier. She's going to try and attack. And actually hits it. For 17 damage. And as she stabs it and then pulls her little rapier back, she like jumps slightly, points to Tynyl and says, "Tynyl, it's not dead. Help!" And she is going to use her majestic talent.
Sorry, her what? That sounds rad.
Majestic talent. Do something. She can compel another person to take an action as their reaction.
Oh.
So, Tynyl is compelled to use her action to use an action.
She used her majestic talent to have herself do a majestic talent to have herself do a majestic talent.
No, because her majestic talents are bonus actions, not actions.
Oh, okay.
Nick, you can roll Tynyl to hit again, as she
Okay,
has a second action.
Yep, against this badly injured one. Is that 2 attacks or just 1?
It's an action, so yeah, it's 2 attacks.
Oh, that's pretty strong.
Yeah.
Advantage?
Yes.
Tynyl is doing something.
That hits, and it's still up.
Alright, I am doing more something.
That does not hit.
Why is Tynyl drossed?
I know, right?
Sorry, it's just D&D gets me in this mood, you know?
And that ends Athil's turn. Ulfryk.
Thank you for the words of encouragement, Lady Athil. I will move up here to put myself between her and the dude. Man, I really don't have the most damage options.
Alright.
As a person. I'm gonna level 1.
Level 1 smite it.
Do I attempt to smack this guy or do I keep Sacred Flaming him? I need a vote.
Sacred Flame.
Give him the flame.
Give him the flame.
I'm a big fan of Sacred Flame.
Alright, I need that man to make a DC 16 dexterity saving throw.
He rolled a 15.
Ooh, bummer. He takes 11 radiant damage.
Yeah, he's looking pretty fucking bad.
Damn it. I'd like to kick him as a bonus action.
No.
Oh. Alright.
Good try, though.
Thanks. I will pass my turn.
Alright, let's see if this guy actually does anything with his turn. He gets to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2 goes towards Tynyl. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And, you know it, recklessly attacks.
Incredible.
I know, right? Alright. Does a 14 hit?
Me? No.
Tynyl.
No.
16.
Yes.
And then the crit does hit.
Ooh, rip Tynyl.
Alright, R.I.P. Tynyl.
You really lost her touch.
Take 17 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh. I don't think she has a reaction for that. Okay.
Everett, you're on top of the wagon. What do you do?
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
I spaced for a second. I thought you said Tynyl for whatever reason. I will continue to bring the heat. The Lax.
Okay.
The Lax, Charlatan, Berserker.
Okay.
I keep like clicking on my character to bring up the page.
You get
It's
advantage on this roll, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Why am I? I just put Firebolt 7. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. There we go.
Alright.
That hits. For 12 fire damage. Anything else, Everett?
That's it.
Alright. Lorelei, it is your turn.
Well, you already know I'm stabbing.
Alright.
The one that's next to Ulfryk and Athil specifically.
Roll a stab.
Advantage? Because
Yee.
24.
That hits.
8 psychic
Alright.
and 16 sneak attack.
My fucking god, you killed the cheerful one.
Not the
And
cheerful one.
then I will bonus action to disengage, and I'll come chill over here.
Alright, sounds good. Tynyl's turn.
Alright, there is one left, and Tynyl wants more blood. She's gonna do some stabbing. Was this one reckless?
Yep.
Bam.
I'll give you guys a hint. They're always going to be reckless for these guys.
Okay. I just wanted to check. So it's 2 connected swings, 22 damage, slashing.
Alright. He's looking injured.
And...
Almost bloodied, you think.
Nice. And that'll do.
Gwenwynwyn.
Right. Just a little bit left. Suppose I will run up and cast Shocking Grasp. Advantage. That hits. For 8 lightning damage.
Nice.
Real Michael Reeves energy on this character right now. And step back.
Haze.
Alright. Next up is Athil, who in all honesty, is a little frightened by these guys. These guys are a little weird. And she is going to... going to look towards Ulfryk, and she's going to say, the magical aura around you is a little bit weakened. Let me help you with that. And she's going to use her the last of her majesty points to give you a 3rd level spell slot.
Oh shit. Does that stack if I'm full?
No. It just helps you restore spell slots.
Oh.
It's a project magic. As a bonus action, she can transport her magic to others to help them regain spell slots.
Cool.
And
well,
there's a point system to it.
Well, that does replace my send-in from earlier.
And then she takes a step back and takes the dodge action. Ulfryk.
Alright. It's murdering time.
Oh, it's like those old Hulk ads.
It's there's only this one dude left, so I'm gonna cast with that 3rd level slot. Well, thank you, Athil. I think this will do nicely. And I will guiding bolt into him.
Alright.
3rd level
Up the butt.
guiding bolt.
3rd level guiding bolt.
And I will.
That's an
add
advantage.
Okay. Bonk.
That hits.
And a bonk.
Yeah, he's looking really bad. And he starts to glow. Not
Yep.
that it does anything, because the advantage doesn't stack, but hey.
Double advantage.
No.
Elven
Double
accuracy?
advantage.
No.
Double advantage.
And on to the Lax Berserker. Let's see if he is useful this turn. He is, and he's gonna try and wail at Tynyl again. Whoops.
I love just hearing dice rolling for like 10 seconds.
Does a... Oh, whoops, I rolled one more roll than I needed to. Does a 22 hit?
Yeah.
Alright, so 2 normal hits and 1 crit hit.
Oh my god.
They're heavy hitters, but they lack in everything else, basically. Take 33 bludgeoning damage.
Oh my god. Tynyl's down.
Great. Because Tynyl was a player character, I'll give her the death saves and ability.
Nah, she's an
to
NPC.
survive.
She's dead.
No, it's not fair to Jordan's legacy. Even though he's in the other campaign, it doesn't really matter. Anyways, moving on to Everett. Everett had stepped out, maybe? Question mark?
Everett's muted for
Everett's
sure.
muted?
I muted myself because I opened a can of soda and I didn't want to make it loud.
What kind of soda?
And then Canada Diet, Canada Dry.
Jesus, fuck,
Oh,
that's
Nick.
miserable.
Do you have the Diet Mountain Dew?
Yeah, that's pretty
I do.
sad.
Is it good?
It's pretty good.
I think
It's
mine's yours.
Diet
have one?
and it's Mountain Dew. What?
Don't knock it till you try it. I like it a lot.
It's
I
zero
hate
sugar
Mountain
Mountain
Dew.
Dew. It's not diet.
But it's also 0 calories, so it is diet.
It's still Mountain Dew.
Yeah, I mean,
There's no calories.
yeah.
So-
I mean,
And there's no calories.
it's called Zero Sugar Canada Dry. Anyways.
Oh yeah, continue. Sorry. Brought to you by Mountain Dew.
Yeah. I will, I don't know, keep doing the thing.
All right. That hits.
Woo! Ah, finally.
It looks like if you just did a little more on,
Oh
on
my
the damage
God.
route, like your first die roll of the damage, it would be dead.
Damn.
Oh, okay.
What if you rolled 7-11 with that part-time job?
He rolled 7-10, so pretty close.
Yeah.
Lorelei,
That is it for me.
you want to establish the killing blow on the lax berserker?
Spoiler alert.
I would like to use my bonus action. Hold on, let me make sure I have my bonus action available. Yes. To phase step over to here and appear behind him in a shimmer of light. And he needs to make a DC 14 Wisdom save.
Rolled a 2.
And he's charmed. And I'm gonna attack him. 27 to hit. For 6 psychic and 6 sneak attack. So I'll appear in a glimmer of light, pull out summon my little dagger made of light, and slash right through him, leaving no visible wound. And he'll fall to the ground in front of me.
Alright. When you do that charm effect, as he turns towards you, he's speaking gibberish literally this whole time. But you hear, as you're, stabbing him for the last time, he goes, Frost Maiden. And dies.
Frost Maiden?
Frost Maiden.
Made an abyss. Ah.
We're gonna end that's the end of combat. Let me put in some more cheerful travel music. Because combat has, as we say, ended.
Yeah, is that an expression people use?
Yeah, that's an expression people use. How did you know?
Hadn't heard of it. Just guessed from your tone.
Alright. So you guys are still at the scene. I'm just changing the map because, we don't need to move your characters around so much. There's nothing to explore in the area. But what do you guys do as you slay the final berserker?
Kind of tilt my head. What was that, Lola?
He said something about a Frost Maiden? Do you know anything about that? I seem to remember you're from the north. I haven't heard of a Frost Maiden in my visits to the north.
Yeah, do I know what a Frost Maiden would be?
Roll me a religion check.
Ah, fuck. Not history?
A religion?
You're reading my DMs. Feel like this has come up before.
With a crit nat 20, so my pantheon doesn't have this god because, homebrew. But we're going to say this is like a lesser god, but the god Auril is a lesser deity. She's known as the cold goddess, the frost maiden, or the goddess of winter. We'll say she works under Umdal, which is the god of winter and storms, and she is known as a neutral evil deity.
That's a deity.
There we go. I put a canon god as a minor god in my fucking world. My god. I'm sorry.
Man, I feel like a canon god would be pretty important.
Listen.
The god of cannons? That's pretty intense.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright.
Man, imagine if we had serious polytheism at the same time as we had cannons.
There would be a god of cannons, wouldn't there? Alright.
There sure would be.
Moving on.
It's a lesser god.
Doesn't surprise me. I haven't heard of them. Then I've only heard of a few.
It's a little obscure, but what does that have to do with it? DM, which cardinal direction did they come from?
They came from the north.
They came from the north. Someone grab me a map.
Oh, here it is.
What's to the north?
Well, there's Brunaday, and we're the Chaos Goblins, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm looking
You
right here
are
at
the
Snowbush.
Chaos Goblins.
Sorry, I don't know why I have it marked on here that the other party was going towards Garden Dead. There's not a lot up there. There's Snowbush.
There's Snowbush. Yeah, what do I know about Snowbush?
You can roll me a history check.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Yeah, pretty good.
Alright. You have passed through Snowbush. It's not a major town or city, so you haven't really stayed long in the vicinity, but you know your common knowledge of all of the villages and towns of Brunday, especially the ones closer to Orinnshire. Snowbush is a fishing village, specifically known for their ice fishing. Despite being somewhere between the north and where it gets warmer, the south, my god, English, for some reason that area between the two rivers is bitterly cold all year round. Hence the name Snowbush.
Anything cold related likely comes from Snowbush. I wouldn't be surprised to find a fringe group of worshippers up there.
Do you think we should go help them to see the light? I don't know which light, obviously.
I mean, I've got some of that.
It's the question of whether or not it's worth a sidetrack. You know,
Oh, you're right.
It would be a more direct route to Orinnshire,
it's more direct.
but we would be off the roads.
Exactly.
Then again, we did just pick up Athil, and maybe it might be safer for her if we stayed off the main paths.
Noted
Indeed.
there are paths to like this village, for instance. They're just not marked on the map because they're not major like paved roads. Like the road you're on right now is paved. Other roads that you will find, and I'll tell you when you find them, are going to be like dirt roads, not really well kept sort of roads.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a road to Snowbush.
The green is bridges, right?
Yeah, I didn't build bridges in the thing, but I just put these little squares there so you knew that there was a bridge up in Snowbush and then a bridge on the main road.
I wouldn't mind sweeping through that if we decide to. How do y'all feel?
I would be comfortable doing that.
Yeah. I guess we're technically more inclined to chaos since they actually came at us.
Ooh.
Alright.
I think it could be a good decision to at least check it out.
So, what do you guys decide to do? As you start to travel more while you're talking, you do come across a fork in the road that leads to Snowbush. It says on the little wooden sign. The new road is more dirt and muddy from the light rain that's been occurring, and it leads into a pretty dense but not like super crazy looking forest.
How wide is the path?
Oh, wide enough for a wagon,
Okay.
but probably not wide enough for two wagons next to each other, you know? The road that you're on currently is wide enough for two wagons to safely pass each other without any problems. The dirt road is more of a single lane.
We see.
Well, I guess if we're gonna go, this is the place we've got to turn, right?
It does seem that way. Does this forest strike anybody else's foreboding?
Not really.
Having seen many forests, does this forest strike me as foreboding, Miss DM?
Roll a nature check? Yeah, nature check.
Roll a vibe check.
Roll a vibe check.
I don't know. Are there like certain types of forests that have like more deadly wildlife?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that
All
should be.
For
Have you heard of the
instance,
jungle?
the forests that are like all noted on the map. There's a reason why they're noted.
Ah, yes.
They're big.
Like Demon's Pass.
You guys don't. That's not a forest.
It's got trees.
Okay, I guess it got trees.
Hey,
It's got
but
haunted
it's
trees.
got things other than trees.
These trees got faces.
Oh my god. All right. So.
Oh, hey, it's Switzerland.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Well, it's called Helveti's Port.
Yeah.
Helveti's.
Sorry, I think it's Helvetica Port.
Helvetica. Oh my god.
Yes.
Okay. With the 17, you note that a lot of these trees are conifers, and the air seems cold, like at the point of split. It's very strange. As like you reach your hand forward to feel like it feels unnaturally cold. Which is strange because it's the middle of summer.
Has it always been like this?
But yes, Ulfryk, you would know that it has always been like this as far as, you know, your knowledge of Snowbush's history.
Yeah,
It has
that
always
never
been
struck me
strangely
as
cold.
strange. Alright, well.
Is it
nothing
really
to do
strangely cold then?
I mean, a little.
I feel like it's just bloody cold.
Let's continue on this path.
Fair enough.
Which path?
By continuing on this path, do you mean the main path that you've been on?
No,
Oh,
to the forest.
Let's take the left through the forest. Spooky, cold area.
Alright. I'm trying to figure out the distance that you guys traveled before. Okay, you traveled about 10 miles, so you guys have about 30 more miles of traveling. What are you guys doing during those 30 more miles of traveling?
Being inside the cart.
Top of the cart.
Sorry, what did you say, Everett?
I am vibing on top of the cart.
He is vibing on top of the cart. Alright.
I'd like to look out the windows at the forest since I've never seen it before and just take it in.
I will be up front with Tynyl.
Alright. Alright, so those of you that are like looking out at the forest or vibing on top of the cart, please roll me perception checks.
Deep in my vibe, so can I do it with disadvantage?
Sure, if you want to.
Rip. Do you want Tynyl to roll one?
Sure.
I'm gonna turn that 7 into an 11.
RP, I healed Tynyl after that. I'll strip a first level spell slot for a Tynyl heal.
Alright. So, you guys get about... about halfway from the main road to Snowbush. At this point, you've gone deeper and deeper into these slightly chilling woods, and at first it was like a 10-degree temperature drop, but then it starts dropping more and more. And you notice the muddy dirt the mud that was on the path from the light drizzle is now instead fresh snow and ice. You see that the light drizzles have basically changed during your travel into a light flurry of snow. Nothing too extreme, but it is a change that you notice. The forest gets a little bit quieter and quieter as you traverse through your path, as it seems a lot of the animals are not very active. And then night starts to fall upon you. Yes?
I'm on top of the car. I know. Hey, Ulfryk. We didn't we did an ice cave thing, right?
Yeah.
And then those. Oh wait, sorry. Yeah, we're in Heatswrath, right? It's summer.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we fought some guys who looked like they were suffering from frostbite.
Yeah.
And now it's snowing in Heatswrath.
Yeah.
Did one of us pick up something we weren't supposed to?
No, it's the area.
But there was that device.
Hearing Everett say that, I'll go rummage around in my bag for a minute and pull out the brass mechanism and said,
Thank you!
Hey, I have this weird brass mechanism from back there. We never did find something to do with it, but I thought it might be useful, and I brought it along.
Well,
I mean, I don't think that has anything to do with this, but you never know.
it's not like a crystal or an amulet. I mean, we could check it out, see if it's magic, but...
Yeah.
Alright.
It's not abnormally cold, right? Like, the mechanism.
I mean,
it
it's
just
metal,
feels like
so
a normal
it's cold.
brass mechanism.
But it's, yeah.
It's as cold as you'd expect as putting metal out in the middle of, like, almost 0 degree temperature. Or under 0 because, you know, water freeze.
Got it. Alright.
Yeah, so I'm from around here, right? This area is kind of always like this.
Tell me about living in somewhere cold.
Tell you about it?
Oh, yes.
Shit's cold.
Well, yes, you know I grew up in Crystal Keep, right?
I don't know if I knew that.
Oh, well, you know, I'm from Tremera.
Oh,
I spent most of my earlier years in Crystal Keep as a court wizard.
Am I?
Yes.
Quite impressive.
Then they shipped me down south to Willowdale. But thank you, anyway.
Yeah.
Well, you'll be right at home then, because this area.
Yes, it is actually fairly familiar.
Yeah.
Climate-wise. The trees, there are a lot of trees.
I love the trees, but it's personally a bit colder than I'd like. My home always had this nice, cooling autumn breeze year-round, and it was lovely.
It sounds very nice.
And nice.
I'm glad there's part of this place that each of us can enjoy.
Yeah, I think, if anything, it's likely just a rogue group of worshippers who are delving into something they shouldn't be. And they happen to pick here to do it because it's cold. Or, it's cold because the influence here is stronger. I don't know.
Whatever it is, we'll get to the bottom. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Of it.
Disgusting.
That was in character.
Alright. As evening falls, what do you guys start to do? There is actual nighttime activities that you can do, so let me just find it in Kibbles. Give me 1 second, I forget what page it's on. Oh, the website's like, hey, fuck you. What the fuck? What the fuck? I literally saw this earlier. You guys know where it is. Please do not hesitate.
I'm hesitating because I don't have kibbles. Now watch me hesitate. Now watch me no.
Oh my god.
Oh, take a watch. Hey, there we go. Alright, so you guys set up camp. You have 8 hours for a long rest. And typically when you're sleeping, you only need 6 hours to achieve that long rest, which leaves 2 hours of light activity. The following activity is what you can do. You can choose to take a watch. So you take a watch for 2 hours, other people take a watch for 2 hours, etc. It helps you stay safe. You can craft items. So like if you've been collecting some trinkets and whatnot, and you want to start crafting something, you can put 2 hours of progress towards crafting. You can cook something. So you can cook a hearty meal. Better than any trail rations, even when it's cooked from the simplest of ingredients. You and all willing creatures regain an additional hit die from the long rest when complete. You can prepare for the battles ahead, which means you basically practice one of your abilities. So like if it's strength, you're doing push-ups. If it's dexterity, you're doing like those weird side steps that they do in basketball that you have to practice for. Or you're jumping from tree to tree. If it's intelligence, you're studying books, etc. And you'll get a preparation die if you prepare for the day ahead. And that preparation die goes towards ability checks related to your chosen ability score. And it basically starts as a d6 and then depletes by a dice size until it's empty.
Are attack rolls ability checks?
No, it does not apply to attack rolls. It literally only applies to your ability checks. You can sleep a little extra, so you can sleep the full 8 hours. During your deep sleep, you automatically fail wisdom perception checks, and your passive perception is 0. But you reduce any levels of exhaustion by 2, and awaken with an inspiration. And that requires a campfire, apparently. Or you can do a task that doesn't involve other things, like copying spells from your spellbook as a wizard, or, you know, doing other stuff, because that was the only example it gave me. I should, like, totally screenshot these pages and, like, post them onto our chat. It'll make things
or just pirate the whole book and send it to us.
Or pirate the whole book and send it to you. Yeah. I think that's what Jordan did. Hold on. I'll save it to desktop. Let's see if I can send it to you. I apologize, YouTube. You are seeing our chat.
Lovely chat.
I don't know if I want to see that.
I mean,
Nobody wants to see that.
It's not my DMs. My God.
Oh, so it's like really horny.
I like that you posted a little hello. All right. There we go. That is the pirated kibbles, crafting, etc. It's like 300 something pages. I'm on page 302, and that is the camp actions appendix.
Oh, wait.
So
it'll take me a while to get to page 300.
You can literally type it in at the top of the file. I don't know what you mean.
It'll take me a while to get to page 300.
You can literally type it in. I don't know what you mean.
Oh, mine might be out of date then.
Is yours not 300 pages?
No, it's 313, but it's a different file name, unless Jordan renamed it.
Jordan just sent me this one. But I'm not sure.
That's Kibbles Tasty on Patreon.
Kibbles Tasty.
Kibbles Tasty.
Do you want kibble, but it's tasty? Kibbles Tasty.
This video is not sponsored by Kibbles
Tasty. Yeah, D&D
Tasty.
Beyond doesn't need our...
They don't pay us to say this. We're just fans.
Yeah, I just love
fans.
kibbles.
don't get paid any money.
We are only
God
fans.
damn it! I'm glad we went to the same place there, Eric.
We're really, like, in sync today.
Alright,
Yeah.
either pick a camp action, you guys, or I'm gonna fucking kill your No, I'm kidding.
Lorelei will look at her, couch
also, if you're a wizard, or not wizard, an elf or something, you know, you only get the 4 hours of sleep, so technically you could do...
Oh, camp actions!
Yeah, 2 camp actions instead of 1.
Quick maths. I'm a dwarf, so I will only take 1 camp action. I suppose I will volunteer to take a watch. Unless the 2 elves want to take all the watches, because technically that's easier.
We do always do that.
I'm going to be up for 4 hours, since it only takes me 4 hours to sleep, but, I don't know how perceptive I'll be, because I have a project that I want to work on that it should take me about 4 hours. And also, if it's alright with everyone, I'd like to make a campfire, because that's necessary.
Sure, yes. Taking a watch is also a camp action.
Yeah.
So...
I can take a watch if we leave 2 hours later than we normally do, but...
Well, why don't you take the first watch? It'll take the second one. Wait. Never mind. I don't fully understand.
You Elven friends have 4 hours of camp activities, which means you can take 2 of one of these things. The only thing I'm going to adjust is I'm going to keep slumber the same. So if you choose to slumber, it's going to take the full 8 hours. So no camp
I can't do it twice.
No. 1, that doesn't make sense for stacking. And 2, it makes sense that you don't have extra because you're sleeping in. And...
Listen, if there's one thing life has taught me so far, it's that I can sleep in at least twice in one day.
Exactly.
Alright. Well, I'll take a watch, at least. And... prepare for the day.
Alright. Everett, what do you do for your camp action?
Everett's dead.
Everett's dead.
Everett has to sleep on himself and fell asleep in real life.
He's dead. Chunky.
So wait, are you guys doing 2 watches each, or...?
Everett is muted, by the way. Everett.
Yeah.
Sorry. I thought you guys were joking about my big sleep.
Oh,
nope.
I would like to take a big sleep.
Oh, okay.
And maybe trigger a cutscene.
Trigger a cutscene. Alright.
And then you guys said, oh, he's dead, and I'm like, oh, okay, I got...
You see, what you did was you were kill.
I was the dead.
Alright. Nick, Ulfryk, what are you doing for your
I'm trying to figure out if watch is covered or not.
There's only 2 hours of watch covered right now.
Alright, I'll cover 2 hours of watch.
That's 4 hours of watch covered.
If we leave late, I can cover 2 hours.
Poor alive.
Sorry.
Why does that matter if we leave late?
Because the 4 hours of crafting I have to be uninterrupted.
Yeah, so we would...
No.
Just... I need to sleep for 4 hours.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
I'll just take 2 watches. It's fine.
So that's 6 out of 8 watches.
Tynyl will also take a watch.
Alright. So there are full watches throughout the night. Gwenwynwyn is no longer doing the preparation.
Correct.
Everett's doing a big sleep. And thank goodness Lorelei requires a campfire, because Everett also requires a campfire. And they both get to have their things. Ulfryk do watchy. Lorelei do crafty.
Watchies?
Lorelei do crafty.
Lorelei do crafty.
Lorelei do crafty. What page is this on?
My crafting ingredient or step that I'm doing?
E.
Let's see. In my version of the document, it is page 181.
It should at least bring me close to that harvesting and looting.
No. The title is Types of Materials. And the subtitle is Synthesizing Essences.
Why does it smell like poop down here, Nick?
Yeah, that sounded very suspiciously like you were licking, Nick.
Yeah, Nick.
Yeah, sounds like Nick's
Charlie's
been
been
pooping.
sleeping.
Ooh.
Daddy did a poopsie
Why does
woopsie in
it
his
smell-
fancy
did-
wancy.
Oh.
Did he fart? If he farted, that is fucking rank. My god.
Ashley, here is the section. There you go. Of the book that I just sent you a screenshot.
You're right. It's fucking bad.
Alright, now everyone's going to see the DMs of me and Sky. Right before Chapter 1 classes?
No. The synthesizing essences part in the top right, and then the last sentence of that section is in the bottom left, on a different page.
Legit, the dog just stanked on you. That's it.
There's nothing down here. Did you check the other side? Alright.
It's nothing.
The source of the mysterious poop smell.
So ripped a nasty one. Went him belly puppies, little guy. Yeah. Yeah, good boy.
Oh my god. Give me 1 second as I just
Stinky boy.
power through these pages.
Stinky puppy.
Fucking the Flesh Smith, my god.
Isn't that what Brendith is?
We do know a fleshsmith.
Yes. Yes, that is what Brendith is.
And he's cursed.
He is a cursed being. Alright, these are
He's
disciplines.
pretty cursed.
Subclasses, come on! Get me to crafting. I don't want spells. Get me to... Oh my god, now there's creatures, my fucking god. I love kibbles right now. I also hate kibbles at the same time. Oh, finally, crafting!
Yep.
We are on... the synthesizing essences?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Combine 3 reagents of the same rarity to get 1 essence.
Mm-hmm.
Process takes 4 hours, requires alchemy supplies and a heat source. Alright. That is an easy thing to do.
Yep.
Feel free to combine 3 reagents to get an essence.
That is the plan, yes.
May I ask what essence you're making?
I am crafting 1 uncommon primal essence.
Nice. Alright. That covers what Lorelei is doing. She'll be working on that for the next 4 hours after she sleeps. Or before she sleeps, whichever one. Ulfryk, you are taking a watch through the night, as is Tynyl. I'm going to have you roll perception checks for both you and her at the same time.
Perception.
Alright. So Tynyl's watch goes through without any instances of creepiness or danger or anything.
Yeah, that's because Brenda's 100 miles away.
Ulfryk, as you're sitting there keeping watch, you hear the wind start to pick up. And, wind's just kind of a blowy thing. It doesn't really have any pattern to it. But you could swear that it sounds like the wind is whistling an old nursery rhyme you used to hear when you were a child.
Profoundly creepy.
Take with that what you will. Everett, you do big sleep?
Big sleep!
Alright, so basically you're like fucking conked out dead in the deep sleep zone of sleep. I'd like you to roll me a d20.
Wow. No. Roll d20, yeah.
Alright. With a 19, you have very pleasant dreams. You dream of, back home with your family. Nothing really creepy happens during your dreams. It's just very pleasant, and you wake up feeling relaxed, rejuvenated, and you have an inspiration from all of the memories you experienced during your sweet dreams.
Uh-oh.
How is that an uh-oh?
I don't know. It just sounds too calming. I'm afraid.
And Gwenwynwyn, you're taking double watches. Is this in a row, or are you taking a little break in between?
I'll just take them in a row.
Alright, roll me 2 perception checks.
That's persuasion, Eric.
Yeah, don't persuade me.
Perception. I mean, but what if I could convince you?
Oh, fuck. Alright.
Yeah?
So, I apologize for what's going to happen. I
hate when they say that.
Oh, dear.
Gwenwynwyn, as you are starting up your shift, you go right after Ulfryk for this imaginary shift order that I have created. And you too hear the wind. It sounds like it's whistling a melody. You don't really know what melody, but it's kind of creepy, and you're like, alright, little weird, don't like, but little weird. And then you hear a blood-curdling scream.
Oh, I feel like my blood is curdling.
From the north. You hear it again from the south, from the east, and from the west. And you don't know, it doesn't sound human. And that kind of sticks with you throughout the night, and you unfortunately do not benefit a long rest.
Thank goodness I haven't used any resources.
Wait, what did you say?
I said thank goodness I haven't used any resources.
Yes, thank goodness. And I think that is everybody. So the morning doth come. Let's go to dawn. It is now the 6th of Heatwrath. It's about 7:30 a.m. when you guys awaken, and I need to change the weather type. The weather is mostly clear today. It is still pretty cold. And all of you, except for Gwenwynwyn, benefit from a long rest. You estimate that you have about another day's journey before you can reach Snowbush, and you'll probably reach Snowbush at around maybe like 1 or 2 p.m. if you start now.
I'm ready to go if everybody else is.
Sure.
Sounds like a good plan.
Alright.
Does anybody else feel almost unrested?
not really.
There was this screaming throughout the night, and it really bothered me during my rest. I mean, my watch.
That's rough. I slept like a baby.
Oh.
What kind of screaming?
Well,
I heard a weird tune in the wind, but it was different from, like, screaming.
Oh no, I heard that too. Although I couldn't place what the tune was. But then there was this scream. I swear if I'd had a vial of blood next to me, it would have separated out.
Oh my god.
That sounds curdling.
Curdle, yes. Sorry, I forget the words sometimes.
Congealing.
No, I think that's different. That would be if it were to turn into like a jelly.
Ah, interesting.
Do you have any idea what direction the scream came from? If it's from the north, we might run into it.
Well, yes, it was from the north, but then again, it was also from the south, and from the west, and from the east. Unless I was turning around without noticing it.
Oh, that's a little unsettling.
DM,
Yes?
before we leave, I'll walk a little circuit around our camp to see if anything left tracks.
Yeah, sure. Roll me a survival check for track checking.
Oh man, I'm really fucking good at that. That's not bad.
You don't notice anything.
I don't see anything.
DM, should we spend our rations for yesterday?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Sounded like money, please.
And if you guys are planning on feeding Athil, you must subtract a ration for Athil.
I'll give her one of my rations.
Alright.
Wait, do we have somebody in the party handling rations? I don't have any on my sheet.
Oh, you can have one of mine. Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
And I'll hand Gwenwynwyn rations too.
I'm not sure if you guys are keeping track of rations, like, collectively as group.
I'm used to just being in a hotel.
Took one of mine off.
And you can't eat gold. I'll remember that for the future.
You could certainly try.
I suppose you could try. Do you want to?
Sounds a little bit
There's
crunchy.
some gold.
Oh, I do have some edible gold actually, and I'll flip Ulfryk a chocolate gold coin.
Oh, is that edible gold?
Thanks. You know what? I'll eat it.
What type of chocolate is it?
Do you know what type of chocolate is it?
Is Ulfryk eating it with the wrapper still on?
No, he unwraps it.
Damn.
Dark chocolate.
Ah, it's not all white chocolate.
It goes white milk dark for my roll, and if I roll a 4, it's like mystery flavored.
Ah.
Or like it has like a cherry filling or something. It would be like some fancy thing.
Oh, lovely.
Wait, no. Cherry filling is nightmare. That's when you roll a 0.
I'm rolling a D4. There is no 0.
Oh, you know you could just roll a D6 mod 2. Or mod 3, I guess. You understand.
No, I don't think I do.
1, 2, dark. Or 1, 2, milk. 2, 3, light. 3, or whatever. 1, 2, milk. 3, 4, light. 5, 6, dark. I'm not allowed to think on Sundays. It's a religious thing.
Alright.
Anyway, we should get going before too long. If we get to Snowbush before dark, we might be able to do some looking around, and it'll be better if we find any more of those people that ambushed us when it's still light out. Was it an ambush? Can you call it that, an ambush? They kind of just ran at us.
I mean, in a way, they're ambushing you, but also you guys were not caught by surprise.
Yeah, they sort of just attacked us.
Recklessly, I might add.
It did
guess
seem
that was
reckless.
Would that just be a bush, or would it just be an am then?
I
I don't know. We'll think about it on the way.
feel like that declension would make it an is.
want to cry when you guys speak like this. You guys just make me want to cry.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I suppose I could choose a different accent.
Does this entertain y'all?
Yes, tremendously.
I fucking hate you guys. Alright. During the travel, you guys are able to gather reagents or hunt for food, which could help you with cooking. If you guys so wish to do that during the night, or using it for rations. What would you guys like to do while traversing through the forest?
I would like to go over to Gwenwynwyn and say, do you remember how I... Oops, I forgot to take a long rest.
Me too.
No, you can't.
You remember how I told you about that project that I was working on the other day?
Oh, yes, I remember that.
I've got all the materials for it now. If you could possibly help out with the enchantment part.
Oh, sure, if I'm familiar with it.
All right.
Otherwise, I may have to do some studying.
I will show her my collection of 1 common primal essence, 1 uncommon primal essence, 1 cloak, and 1 scroll of Pass Without a Trace that I have collected for enchanting a cloak of elven kind.
Ooh. So, what is the idea here? That we take the enchantment or the spell from this scroll and then enchant the cloak with it?
I think that's the general idea. I'm not all that well versed in magic, but I'm fairly certain that the contents of this scroll are supposed to make people be able to hide better, and if we can transfer that onto the cloak using these essences to kind of like bind it all together, that should help a lot. I mean, I could always use a little bit more sneakiness.
Yes.
I'm kind of a conspicuous color here.
A little bit. You do tend to be fairly brightly colored. I bet Athil would benefit from one of those too.
Note that the cloak that I pull out is also bright orange, the same as I am on one side, and then like a nice seafoam teal color on the other side. So also very standing out colors.
These are very brightly colored.
Athil stands up and like spins around to show her off her blue cloak, and she says, I already have a cloak that offers me some protection.
Oh yes, but I'm talking about your inability to hide from us when we get into a cart. It was mostly a little joke, though. That is a nice cloak.
It looks lovely.
Thank you very much. And she like gives you a little curtsy.
Of course. Well, if you leave these things with me, I'll see what I can do with them. It might take me a little while to get familiar with the scroll and how to activate these essences, but I bet I could get them together.
That sounds excellent. And I will hand her the pile of materials.
All right.
And then I will observe if she tries to make any progress.
Yeah, let's set up in the front compartment of the wagon cart. So that's what it's called, and just start. Yeah.
All right. I know there's
trying to figure out this process.
There's a page for enchanting. Give me one fucking second. I was almost there. That's cooking. Fuck you. Enchanting.
Bill Wirtz energy to that one.
A crafting roll. Your crafting roll is as follows. Your enchanting modifier is your arcana proficiency bonus plus your intelligence modifier.
Arcana plus intelligence.
So it's just an Arcana check.
Oh, that's it. Okay. Well, I'm good at those.
Yeah, if you succeed, you make 2 hours of progress towards crafting the item, and to make a
Cloak of Elvenkind, it's 8 hours of crafting or 4 checks at DC 14.
Thank you.
This should be a snap. Do I have any ways I can make this easier for myself? No. Alright. Well, I'll just give it a shot.
Alright, that first one succeeds.
I feel like I'm starting to figure these scrolls out.
Alright, next one. Succeeds.
Yes, okay. This is starting to make sense. Maybe we try to put these together. I have 8 full hours, right, to work on this during the day?
At this
I thought
point,
we were gonna get there around like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this point, you probably have, you know, the essences are kind of glowing and starting to levitate, and the cloak is starting to also like shine a little bit.
Yes, I guess those tests I've been doing have been working out a little bit. Number 3.
Oh,
Of course, they just keep getting higher.
Is there a rule for critting? Like if you?
Oh yeah, you automatically make a legendary item.
No.
there is.
Oh
It's
my
just
god,
on
if
the
you
camera.
fail 3 times in a row, all progress and materials are lost and can no longer be salvaged.
Yep.
Yeah, have you ever done DIY? It sucks.
It's reduced on some, like, if you're doing gem crafting and you fail some, like, certain rolls by more than 5, it's just an instant fail. And, like,
My god.
if you start crafting a potion and then have to give up because you've run out of time, that also eats your components.
My gosh. Alright. So at this point, the essences have like basically all but dissolved. Their light shone and transferred into the weavings of this cloak. And the scroll is kind of the last thing you need to adhere, per se, to the cloak.
Right. Well, I guess it's time for the final egg. Natural
You should be
1.
right.
All right, that one, unfortunately, you know, you as you were reading off the scroll, you accidentally trip over your tongue, and it does not bind to the cloak. So that is a fail. And at 8 hours, or like as you're finishing this, everyone is like the cart is starting to go into the snow bush. And you arrive at around 3:30. And I realized I didn't do any other people's downtime stuff. So that's you guys' thing. You currently have 3 passes and 1 fail. Everett, what are you doing during this time?
Practice.
I did not hear you, buddy.
I'm gonna be doing more minor illusion practice.
Alright, okay. So you managed to get 8 hours of that done.
Okay.
And Ulfryk, what are you doing to pass the time?
I was a little spooked by that whispering. I'm gonna keep an eye out
Alright,
as we travel.
roll me a perception check for the day. Oh, with a 14, you are going to get le following.
Le following.
As you were traveling, you come across a goblin gnome riding a corgi. The corgi is jumping into the snow and jumping out of the snow, and as the gnome comes across you, he goes, "Oh, sorry there," and
My name's Elon.
and skirts around you guys, and then pauses and says, Would you find people like to hear a song?
I'm sure some of us would. What do you play?
Oh, I play only the classics. And he starts, he takes a violin off of his back and he starts playing the violin. And it's a lovely song. He plays you one song and then looks at a pocket watch and says, Oh, I gotta rush off, but you guys have a great day.
Thank you for the entertainment. Now flip him a gold.
Yes, here's a token of my appreciation. It was a wonderful song, and I'll hand him a gold as well.
Alright. This is just a song, and nothing special happens from this song.
That's fine.
We just got
That's
robbed.
yeah.
We just lost 2 gold for nothing.
It's just a pretty nice song. Yeah, you guys just got robbed.
Yeah, these random encounters are really fucking with me. I always think it's like, where's this going? No, it's just a gnome plays like half of Freebird and
Riding a
just
corgi?
fucks
Yeah.
off.
We're riding the corgi. Alright. We need a change of music for the change of atmosphere that is happening right now. I know I have... Aha. That should be playing? Question mark? Doesn't sound like it's playing. Hold on. Try again. There we go. You arrive at Snowbush. As you come across the village and the village starts to appear over your horizon, you see that it is fairly small. There's actually no walls covering this village. It is simply surrounded by the trees and nature around it. A lot of the buildings are built of solid stone, and there are also basically just snow caps everywhere all over the rooftops of these buildings, which don't really make it past 1 story. As you enter into the village, you realize that the majority of residents here are gnomes, and a lot of them wield ice picks as well as some fishing gear, as they are all fishermen.
A quick question.
Yes?
When we were attacked earlier just outside of Duncaster, those weren't gnomes, correct?
They were not gnomes.
Well, alright.
They were human barbarians, right?
You did not inspect to see what kind of being this was.
But it definitely wasn't a gnome.
It definitely was not a gnome. You can definitely get that out of your brain.
I feel like we can see if people are... Racism is a powerful tool, actually.
Racism is a power tool. Except when they're not humanoid.
Were they not humanoid?
They were not humanoid. They looked human. They were not humanoid.
So we think they're human.
Yes.
Okay. So they were humans.
I mean, we're not humans.
No.
We're a couple of elves.
We are.
As you start pulling into the village, a couple village folk actually turn to look at you, as it seems that most of the people here are not tourists of any sorts. You pass by a brick building with orange shingles poking out from the snow-covered roof, with a sign in the front that says Happy Oasis. You assume this is a tavern. You also see, as you look around you, a blacksmith shop open to the air with giant clouds of steam coming from the machines that this gnome is working on. You also see a general store as well as a church.
Let's swing the cart around the inn and park there.
Sounds good.
Alright.
This is likely
do we
gonna
have
take the rest of the day, so we should prepare to spend the night.
So in Colfell, like, it was like 130 degrees, right?
Yes. Or
But now it's
it
like...
was really hot. Not 130, but it was really hot.
Yeah, you said that these, like, it's like snow-capped, right?
Yes.
Is that normal?
For you? No. It's the middle of summer. It should be hot. There shouldn't be snow.
Got it, okay. Making sure.
You think to yourself, we're not in the north yet.
Yeah.
So you guys roll around to the tavern?
Sure.
Yeah.
So you pull up. It's a bit of a tight squeeze for you to park your wagon. There doesn't seem to be a stable anywhere, but you kind of park it to the side of the tavern to make room for passerbyers. As you enter the tavern, you see that it contains several paintings on the wall, with very few tables and chairs. A lot of the gnomes that are patrons of this place and are hanging out are kind of standing or leaning against the walls and such. The chairs that you see are very small, as well as the tables. Things seem to be a little bit smaller here. You do see a couple of human patrons as well, and they're just enjoying a good pint of cider.
Cider,
you say?
The drink of the north.
Drink of the north.
The strong drunk.
There is a 3'5" gnome behind the bar. He is he is lanky with some angular features and wears a deerstalker hat upon his head. He looks to you politely and says, "Hello there!
Well, greetings.
Newcomers. I exited out of something and I don't know what I exited out of. Hello there,
That's a
newcomers."
weird thing to say.
I know, right? What can I get for you?
Well, first of all, I believe we're looking to spend the night.
Oh, yeah. Let me check and see how many rooms we have available. And he pulls up a book from underneath the counter, and it is written in Gnomish. Gnomish is the language, right? Yeah.
Gnomish?
Gnomish.
I like that.
It's all written in Gnomish or Gnomish. And he goes down a list of a couple of words, and then goes, I have a couple of rooms for you. How many do you need?
Well, just look around. How big are they?
They're not too big. Probably enough for 2 people, 3 people to squeeze. I apologize. Most of our facilities are built for people our size.
I think it's 3 rooms for us then.
It seems a little bit racist.
I mean,
Sorry, I didn't mean to malign your business practices.
I built my business practice around the people around here. We don't really get a lot of visitors.
This is an
I
inn,
think that's
right?
reasonable.
Wouldn't it be nothing but visitors?
Well, it might also be a tavern or
He leans
public
forward.
house.
He's like, let me let you in on a little secret. My rooms operate as an inn, a jail cell, and a place for the drunk folks whenever they drink too much. We don't get a lot of visitors, so I'm pretty much empty unless someone's drunk off their rocker.
Then let's hope it's the first and not the latter.
That'll be 3 copper for you.
For all of the rooms?
Yeah, for all the rooms.
This character, man, you gave that traveling musician so much cash.
It was
yeah,
a really good song.
Was it?
It's feeling generous. I guess I will subtract a silver from myself. Just toss him a silver.
We'll potentially be here a few nights.
Consider this forward payment. Do the rooms include food?
His eyes shine as he rubs the coin on his chest just to inspect the shininess of it, and he puts it in his pocket. And he goes, no, food separate.
Alright, well you can take food out of that for at least the day.
Alright. Our specials are a Drake burger. Have you ever had a Drake burger?
I've never had Drake.
It's really good. I highly recommend it.
Excellent.
Sounds interesting.
Is it made of Drake?
Yes, it's made of Drake. What do you mean?
Like
I prefer a Josh burger.
Spicy.
Is it because of the fire? I bet it's because of the fire.
It's probably because of the fire.
Let's just say it warms your heart after a horror day of ice fishing.
Excellent. I have a strange question to ask as well.
Yeah, what's up?
What's your favorite meat?
Drake.
Yep, that wasn't the question.
Oh, sorry.
We ran into some strange folk on our way up here. You wouldn't happen to have any, rumors or anything, right?
What kind of strange folk we talking about?
Some fair-looking people with axes about, pointing to Everett about his height.
The people, not the axes.
All fucking frostbitten stuff.
He thinks for a moment, and then says, I don't know of anybody that's frostbitten that much. I mean, some of the ice fishermen get some frostbite if they're out on the ice too long. Maybe check around there?
It was a lot. It was like extended exposure.
They didn't look like they were doing so well.
Oh, see, we pride ourselves on our safety mechanisms that we have. Basically, at the edge of all of the ice that we fish upon, there is some cottages there, open to the public with a roaring fire that gets filled every couple hours. It keeps us from losing some fingers.
And you haven't had anything, I don't know, any weird cult activity?
They were saying some strange things.
Yeah, most of what they said was indiscernible, but the one word that we were able to make out was Frost Maiden.
Which might actually be 2 words, I can't remember.
What?
He squints at you guys and he goes, it takes a lot out of me to run a business here.
You want the phone off?
I can't be responsible for listening to everything, especially when I get paid so little. And he eyes Ulfryk's pocket that he took the coin out of.
I'm gonna mutter into my hand, casting message to Ulfryk. Maybe a silver. Don't let him see the gold.
I'll go ahead and toss him 2 more silver.
2 more silver.
Or I guess instead of tossing, I'll be subtle and slide them across the table.
He pats the table and like slides it back, and the coins land soundlessly in his other hand. And he looks to you guys and goes, "You want to go to the old church? Her name's Tynyl. She'll be able to point you towards the right direction."
Alright. Much obliged.
Of course. Now, who's hungry for some Drake burgers?
I would love some
I would
Drake
love a
burgers.
Drake burger.
I would actually love that.
Alright.
That sounds quite nice.
Could I have one too? Athil says. And he goes, "Of course, little lady!" And then goes to the back. He returns within like a 10-15 minute wait with some steaming hot burgers. These burgers are about the thickness of about 3 inches. There's a steaming hot egg on the top of it that is just oozing out the yolk all over the meats. And at the side of it is a side of chips, as well as a big tankard of cider that he gives to everybody.
My God.
You know what they say, go big or go home, right?
Yeah.
Thank goodness we're already home.
I don't think I could make it home after this.
Alright.
Me either. Do you have a knife?
I
don't know that I could get my. I don't know that I could get my mouth around that.
Oh, I've got a few of those, and I'll pull out 3 random daggers from my bag. And
Oh, thank you. Doesn't this one have a little bit of blood on it?
no, it doesn't. I clean my daggers regularly.
Oh, what's that? It's probably just a stain. Whatever.
Oh my gosh.
I begin to cut into my enormous burger.
Yeah, you guys enjoy the burger. It's hot, tasty, delicious, and it leaves like a warm feeling in your gut at the end of it.
We just got to Minnesota.
Yeah, actually, though, there's like fucking bison burger.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you guys finish up your meal, I would say it's probably nearing around 4:30 p.m. It's summer, so the sun is still out and shining. Would you guys like to explore, or would you guys like to rest up?
Suppose we should probably go to the church.
Yeah, I'd like to get to the bottom of this so we can move on tomorrow.
Yes, we needed to take a look at the church when we came into town, but room seems like more important.
Alright, we will approach the church.
Alright. You approach this church, which is built kind of as a log cabin-esque building. There are chimes at the door entryway, and the wooden door is carved out to create the symbol that is a storm cloud with a snowflake beneath it, superseded by a lightning bolt.
Storm cloud with lightning bolt.
So this is a church of the Greater God. As I struggle to remember the god's name.
You can roll
The Frost
a
Maiden.
religion check, and then I can tell
Stay
you.
on like the front door. What?
Or I
wait.
can pull up the Google Doc that has information and just look at that.
Yes. It was like Aaron's Snow or something.
You literally said it earlier.
I literally said it earlier.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I should know this. Or at
Uh,
least Ulfryk should.
yes. Umdal, the
Start-
god of winter and
Umdal.
storms.
Oh, Umdal. That was a different
Umdal.
god than I was thinking of.
Right, well, let's go pay our respects to the reigning deity.
Sounds like a plan. Who was that we were supposed to ask for?
I don't remember. I expected someone else to write it down.
Well, I couldn't quite understand what the innkeeper said.
Tia?
Was it Tia?
Something
Well, I'm sure she'll just be the person who's most in charge.
Tania.
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 Pretty
Okay.
sure I got vaccinated against that.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. It's good to get vaccinated. Well, unless it's by some weird witch doctor. Anyway, are we going to go inside?
I
Yes,
guess
we
we'll just
should.
open the door, yeah.
Alright.
I guess I would take a second to at least look at the, not like inscription, but the design.
Check for traps.
Is there anything like notable about it?
Roll me a perception check. Alright. You notice, like, the carving is indented into the wood.
Yep.
And as you're looking at it and you like peer closer, you can see specks of dried red in the engraving parts, as if it was once painted red or had red on it.
Okay.
And that's it.
Alright, it used to be a red door.
Does
I
it look
see
like
your
it's...
red door and I want to paint it black. Is it black now?
I do want to paint it black.
Alright, I'm gonna push open the door.
Alright.
Well, I guess I'd be okay with it just turning black.
You push open the door to find an icy what the fuck is the inside of a church called? An icy area.
Apple?
Chapel.
Cathedral?
Sure.
Sanctuary?
It's not well put together. It's the windows seem to have no closing structure, and the cold wind and snow kind of flows in and out as it pleases. The chairs and kneeling areas are kind of covered in a frost that kind of crinkles as you touch it. And as you walk up to the altar, where it depicts just a very larger than life humanoid wielding a lightning bolt and also a ice shard. You see that this ice shard is glowing a bright blue color in its hands. And there is a female gnome dressed in some winter robes at the top of the altar, just smiling at you.
Is the ice thing like, is it like 3D, right? Like, is it a sculpture or like?
So it is a sculpture.
Yeah.
Lightning bolt seems to be made of the same marble that the sculpture is made of.
Yeah.
The ice crystal, however, seems to be its own thing.
Yeah, it's separate and glowing.
Yes.
Like the true ice that we put in the place.
Yes.
This seems not great.
Kind of walk a little bit up and take a look at it. Is it true ice?
Seems a little sussy baka, if you ask me.
What's a baka?
I don't know, it just sounded right.
Okay.
So upon inspecting the ice, I won't make you roll for this. You can kind of get a feel for it. The way it's shaped and the way that it's glowing is very similar to what you guys use to freeze that dungeon down south. So from all you know, that could be the source of why it's so cold in this area.
Interesting. Just turn and look at the priestess.
May Umdal bless you.
And you as well. How did y'all get your hands on true ice? I hear it's hard to find.
This is actually Everice. We produce it ourselves. In fact, it is gifted to us through blessings from Umdal himself.
Is that why this region is so cold? I've never understood that.
Yes, before the blessings of Umdal, this place was, shall you say, quite barren in resources. But with Umdal's blessing, we were able to freeze the area and forever have an abundance of resources through ice and the fish that we produce. It becomes a great export for our people, which lets our people prosper.
Wonderful.
She smiles at you.
Y'all don't happen to, I don't know, let people expose themselves to this, do you? It's pretty dangerous.
But of course, it is Umdal's blessing to be marked by him. And she rolls up a sleeve and you see that her entire left arm is frostbitten.
Isn't that tremendously unhealthy, though?
It would be if we were not all blessed. You see, and she moves her frostbitten hand, it is still normal.
Okay. You see, well, it doesn't... Ulfryk, I don't know what to say here.
I'm a bit puzzled, to be fair, myself. I don't know. I mean, the thing is, no one from my house or any of the other houses has ever cared, so I don't know if I should care. No?
Right.
Ah, you are from one of the Dwarven houses, correct?
Yeah. Just concerned. I was waylaid on the road on the way here. On my way back to Orinnshire, actually, and figured I'd stop by and see what the commotion was about.
I'm not sure I understand what commotion you're speaking of.
Well, the fellas that came after us were also marked in a similar way, quite extensively, which brought me here.
She furrows her brow for the first time since talking to you. She kind of just had a smile on the entire time while speaking. She looks up, down, and then towards the statue.
Mm.
And she stares at the statue for like a second longer than you think think you should normally when you're looking around. And then she looks back at you and goes, I'm sure that was just an extremist group. Please do not worry. Our town is peaceful.
Oh, I'm sure. I was just wondering if there is an extremist group, how large it would be. Is it a problem?
No, I've never heard of this before. Perhaps it was a one-time thing.
Insight check.
Yeah, Lorelei finds that a little bit sus too.
I was also thinking insight check.
1 second.
But I was gonna use the phrasing.
I believe her?
Yeah, does she seem to be attempting to hide anything?
No, fully, is this lady lying?
Is this horse shit?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. You can't tell?
Oh, was I supposed to... I don't think anyone rolled.
Oh, sorry, I looked at your perception check. Sorry, roll insight.
By 25? Well, I don't know if I can beat that, but let's see.
Yeah, you are unable to tell. From what it seems, it sounds like she's telling the truth. It sounds like she has no idea what you're talking about. And she just kind of smiles at you with a unending smile.
Can I also do maybe a religion check on this whole exposure to Everett as a ritual thing?
Sure thing.
Awesome.
I will take one of those. Well,
Yeah, Lorelei has no clue about that.
Alright.
Like crap.
So, isn't known to... Ulfryk, you don't know this. Gwenwynwyn, for some reason you know this. Is not known to have any real rituals behind him. It is said he is there to pray for when going on fishing trips, because he is the commander of the storms, for safe travel. And people pray to him when winter comes to prevent harm to their farms. Otherwise, people typically don't do rituals on behalf of him that you know of.
Interesting.
If you are still doubtful, we have a mass, because I don't know another term for it because I'm fucking Catholic. We have a mass every other day.
You call it a service.
Service?
We have a service every other day because, you know, these are other religions. If you come tomorrow at around 11 p.m., that is when our service starts, and you can witness the true blessing of Undal.
Sure. Yes, we'll probably see if we can stop by.
Yeah, I'm curious, but I don't know. I don't feel particularly concerned. I think it was a one-off.
Yes, probably.
Those of you who did not make insights checks, so you guys can judge for yourselves without influence of the insight check. And yeah. She bows to you guys and says, "May Undal bless you."
And you as well. Have
And
a
with your
wonderful...
spirit.
Yep.
And with your spirit!
Man, I remember when church got patch notes. I was really confused.
Alright.
Yeah.
You exit. The conversation definitely lasted longer than that. We'll say it hits about 5-ish p.m. as you exit the church.
At that point, I will inform everybody quietly that that's not a thing. Like, that's not a normal Undal thing.
So you're saying we should pack hand warmers when we go to church later?
Did you say pack ammo?
Hand warmers.
Hand warmers?
But effectively, yeah.
Yes, if those hand warmers are, say, methods of self-defense.
I got some pretty hot hands, and I'll do a little fire with my hands.
Yes, I will crackle some lightning in one hand and fire in the other. I think we're well set up.
Right.
Anyway, they'd probably love my ice knives around here.
They would. You could sell knives to the general store.
True, although they do melt.
I'm probably not here.
True.
Alright. And with that, I'm going to end our session because it is, in fact, 10:12.
And because we're talking about selling ice